at full strength. And today, the Lakers knew that coming in. We talked in the pregame as well how important it was for Anthony Davis to step up and be able to kind of separate himself, because we knew LeBron James, Kawhi, they were going to cancel each other out, 28 and 27 between the two of them. But AD came to work, especially there in that third quarter. He and Rondo connected and kept that momentum rolling.
Yeah, AD a little slow start, and then as the game progressed, he found his spots. You know, it took him a while to find his comfort areas. A lot of that big night, 7 of 8 from the free throw line, did well.
Brez, you look at these numbers right here. I think at the very beginning of the season, we all wanted to slide Kyle Kuzma with no question into that third role. And I think what this team is learning, given that they're all about one common goal, is maybe that third option could come and be someone different every single night. And today, it was Avery Bradley.
Yeah, and Kyle was pretty solid against the Bucks, I thought. He did some pretty good things. But you're right, he doesn't have to be the anointed number 3. It can be Avery Bradley on a night like tonight. By the way, KCP, some pretty big plays. Took a charge on Paul George in the fourth quarter. 2 big finger roll type of plays also in the fourth quarter. So it's not going to be 1, 2, and 3. It's going to be 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5. You know, you need a couple guys to kind of help out, to kind of fill in the cracks from when AD and LeBron are doing their stuff. And you know what? The Lakers definitely had that tonight with Avery Bradley. Yeah. He has not been shy about how he felt a little surprised and disappointed when the Clippers traded them last year. Revenge for him tonight.
Yeah, and I think Kuz, you know, with the 10 rebounds, you know,
that's a great point.
And 3 offensive when they needed big buckets. Didn't really get the scoring, but he got some huge buckets, some putbacks when they needed it. Big game for him.
Guys stepping up all over the floor. Let's hear from Lakers head coach Frank Vogel. He's speaking with Mike in the media.
Frank, what changed the most in the second half when you started to take control?
You know, I think we started winning 50-50 balls. I thought we got more aggressive in our catch and shoot situations at the three-point line, in particular Avery Bradley. And, you know, we had the mindset that, you know, there was going to be a wall at the rim. There was going to be a collision at the rim, you know, the entire second half. And, you know, for the most part, we did, you know, just made sure that we were protecting the rim. We probably fouled a little too much, but there were a lot of great no-foul possessions. But I'd probably say those 3 things.
You've been winning consistently all season, but do you learn anything more this weekend with the wins coming against Milwaukee and the Clippers?
I think you learn every time you play a game, but we do keep the regular season games in perspective. You know, there's a lot of factors that go into these games that really don't matter come playoff time, whether you win or lose. But, you know, to measure the habits that we're trying to build, you know, it's very encouraging to see, you know, our guys perform at this level against 2 of the best teams in the league.
How about LeBron just continuing to get to the basket at this rate against these kind of defenses and the stuff that we've seen in the playoffs of past? What did you make of his weekend?
He was unbelievable. You know, I mean, his best weekend in the Lakers uniform. I'm assuming that I wasn't here last year, but you know, in my mind, this season, this was his best 2-game stretch. Really just dominated both games, and you know, helped close them out. You know, AD and Bron both down the stretch of the Milwaukee game helped close it out, and AD was in foul trouble tonight. He had some big buckets, but Bron down the stretch, just going to the rim. You know, attacking, you know, down the stretch against any matchup that they put on him. He was just too much for him, and just an outstanding performance.
Avery Bradley was sensational today. Was that by design? Did he have a hot hand?
He's been hot the last, I don't know, 5-6 weeks or so. You know, we always want our guys to be catch and shoot aggressive on the perimeter. We know that, you know, Anthony and LeBron are going to get double teamed when the ball swings. There's no hesitation. And, you know, I thought our team collectively as a group for a second game in a row were a little bit hesitant at the three-point line in the first half. But he really got going and was, you know, obviously a huge part of the win.
You guys have done this all year where third quarter you I don't want to say flip a switch, but you seize control of games. Happened Friday night, it's happened in Houston, happened again tonight. Is that your halftime speech, or is that characteristic of the team?
Great halftime speaker, so it's got to be the head coach. No, there's been plenty of times where we lost games or lost leads in the third quarter as well, but this weekend, the third quarter has been good for us. You know, we highlighted that in our film session yesterday in the Milwaukee win, you know, that we had a huge 18-0 run or something like that in the third. We talked about that again at halftime today. Like, this is going to be our quarter. It's time to make our run. And, You know, we were great in that stretch, and really down the stretch late in the games. I think it's been more critical with the last 2 wins is how we've executed offensively down the stretch.
You've talked before about LeBron and how there are certain games where you know you don't have to talk to him pregame, just in general, because he's got that locked-in look in his eye or attitude. Was he like that before these last 2 games?
I don't know. I was too locked in to notice what everybody else was doing. He's pretty locked in. You know, it wasn't our whole locker room. There wasn't a lot of laughing and joking before the game. You know, we knew we wanted to just have a seriousness to our approach tonight, and I think it showed up in the game.
Frank, you said again and again that this would not be a statement game, but to win the way you did on Friday in the Golden Age, how much momentum does that give you guys?
You know, we've got some momentum. I think it keeps it more than anything. You know, but you know, in the regular season. Losses, wins, we wipe out the result and we focus on the lessons we learned in that game, you know, and we try to get better for the next one. You know, we'll take some things we did well, some things we could have done better from this game, all the habits we're trying to build that we know are going to win for us in the playoffs, and you know, that's what this game means to us.
Did today almost feel like a home game?
Of course, we're in Staples Center. All Staples Center games feel like home games, for sure. And obviously our fans turn out. Lakers fans turn out no matter where we are, but in particular for this road game.
Guys, I want to talk to Avery Bradley a little bit more, and rightfully so. I think we keep talking about him. Brad, you talked about maybe him having a little bit of revenge and that kind of mentality going against the Clippers. And we saw what he was capable in the zone that he's in on the offensive end of the floor. Of course, his season high was 6 threes, 24 points. But one thing we saw early out of him is just that tenacity, that relentless attitude. You know, against the Sixers, he strips that ball from Al Horford. Today he was taking that challenge against a guy who can simply take you out of the game mentally, and Pat Beverly. He didn't back down.
Yeah, Pat Beverly has caused a lot of